Okay, it was a long drive, it was a crazy night. I'll have to catch you up on that soon enough, but we're here at Wally's place. I think the guys are already in there working away. Got most of it taken apart. Let's go take a look and see how things are coming together. Hey guys, morning, morning.
Morning, morning.
Everyone's hard at work in Wally's wonderful workshop of toys. Look at this, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
How we doing, Pete?
Doing wonderful.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How do you like my Indian?
I love it.
I'm like, Pete likes a nice yellow Indian in the morning, right? So
That's it.
That's the thing to do. So
second one I ever did was yellow. My Indian dealer never sold a yellow bike. Only sold red, blue, and black.
Okay. I've done valve adjustments on Volkswagens before, but never on a motorcycle. So
easy, but now it's going to be more difficult. We can't turn it over.
Right.
Did you put something on the crankshaft over there and turn the engine over?
Okay.
To accomplish this.
At this stage, I was wondering, like, because we did manage to take all the covers off and get something somewhat disassembled, and I always was wondering, like, how do you decide what to do next, the next step to do? I'm a little bit overwhelmed.
I would start putting that clutch hub back together if this wasn't already accomplished. He's working on the clutch hub.
Okay.
Once he gets to that, I'll put it back on, or he will, and somebody can adjust the valves.
Okay. I'd love to learn
We're going to have to get something to turn the crank with, Wally, when the time comes over there.
Yep, that's why we don't want to put the clutch hub together until we adjust the valves.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I wasn't sure, like, the order of operations, if you will.
Well, it don't make much difference. The oil pump, all of that's got to go back. The generator and all that will have to go on.
Okay, so we're gonna take all these off, and then we're gonna turn the crank motor and adjust it when the time comes. Got it. All right.
You need to get all the pressure off of it to adjust it.
Okay.
And that's the reason I said we need to find some way to turn the crankshaft on that side to get it turned over.
What was your first motorcycle?
A 51 Indian Brave.
51 Indian Brave.
Yeah.
Was your first bike?
My first motorcycle. I started out on a Cushman motor scooter.
And how old were you then?
About 14 years old.
14.
Yeah.
Little Petey tearing up the roads.
Yeah.
On his Indian Brave.
On my Indian Brave.
That's pretty great.
I got my driver's license on a Indian Brave.
Okay.
It was restricted to motorcycle.
Oh, so
my initial driver's license was restricted to a motorcycle. Couldn't drive a car, but I could ride the motorcycle.
Well, you start off small, two wheels.
That's the way the law was.
Yeah. Making sparks. What's the problem?
Well, there's a couple of burrs, some raised edges on this old housing that we gotta just knock the edges off with this pad.
It just comes together easy, right? Like cut and
Well, it
paste.
should be nice and smooth, and it hasn't been, so we're gonna make an adjustment.
So you were riding for a while as a teenager, and you got your driver's license to drive cars. But did you race motorcycles at some point?
Yes.
How did you get into
I went in the Army.
Okay.
1960. Bought a motorcycle that I was going to race when I got out of the Army. Got out of the Army, converted it to a racer. That's the way it was done back in the day. You didn't buy a racer ready to go unless that was like a TT Warrior. And but the TTs were gone in like 61. So I got a 175 Ducati, which was an overhead cam single cylinder. I found out that there was some a whole lot better than I was. That lasted about a year.
There's always one person faster and everybody else slower.
There wasn't one problem with racing. Somebody always wanted to ride in front.
That's right.
That's the problem with racing.
That's right.
Somebody always just had to ride in front.
So were you racing bikes where you had to put the metal plate on your foot?
No, we was more or less scrambles racing, but I had a metal plate I made for my shoe.
Okay.
I did use a metal plate.
And what's that called? That's
skid shoe.
Skid shoe, that's right. Pete, that's crazy. I'm gonna slow down my bike and cut into the turn by putting my foot down.
All right, we're down to it.
All the seals have to come off?
Hang on.
Oops.
Don't tear them.
It just
We
tore.
may be able to use them again.
Try to save those gaskets. I think I'm about out of them.
Let's be sitting around the house on Saturday morning.
That's what I normally do.
We're doing something.
That's right. Keep you off the streets. That one's already torn.
Well, we'll see if it's savable. If it's not, then
Maybe.
maybe Wally's got one.
Yeah, if you got one, then we'll be in business. You got to be delicate with these old motorcycles sometimes.
Yeah.
Give me a slide
Who knows
along.
how long this has been on there?
Yeah, that was a piece of advice you gave me, which was, you don't know how many people have had their hands on this bike and what they've done to it over time.
No, you don't.
And I, as I take things apart, I find out I don't think they knew what was going on with this bike either. They were just trying to get it on the road. Some of these bikes have exposed valves, right? You can see them as they're going up and down.
The Norton Mannix.
That's right, that's right. Those are cool to watch. Like an old sewing machine or something. Oh, you did it. One small break, and I
Let me
think
get
I
this
did.
done.
All seemed tight to me. Maybe a little bit there. You can turn it over backwards.
Okay,
As long as we get it to where there's no pressure on that valve spring in here. This could be too tight right now, and we got to loosen this.
I see.
Do you have a thin box? Everything appears to be tight to me, like the valves are extremely tight.
Which
We're
aren't
gonna need
necessarily...
a 7/16 thin box. See, that ain't going in there. I have a special ground that'll go in there.
Otherwise, you got to open end. Right.
So when I say a thin head, it's been massaged.
It's this part here is thinner, right?
Yeah. It's got to, see the clearance you got to have around there?
Yeah. So when you can't afford to buy a tool, you would just make your own.
And how you going to get a opening on it? It's too wide to go in there.
Right.
It needs a thin headed box wrench. Now, we could do it with this. Maybe. We maybe could do it with this.
You just loosen it and then...
Loosen it, but now it ain't like doing it with a box in.
See what he says? See
Yeah.
that? So we're gonna make one.
Okay.
Let's
do it.
one. We're gonna do it. I'll be back.
Now see, he can throw something in the lathe over there. Now what have I got? I got a file that wide and I put it on my workbench and I start taking it off. He can throw it in that right there and be done with it in 30 seconds.
A few moments later.
Look what Wally did. He made the box out of anything.
Well, you see, he's making it the way I did. I had to grind one.
Yeah.
Like Pete says, you gotta wait. See, it's opening, and now as it,
All right, now you good.
and that's when
See,
you check it.
Now, what I do is I have two. I have a loose 3 and a tight 4.
Yeah.
Now you do it your way.
No, I want to do.
That's the way I do it.
I want to do it your
I
way.
do a loose 3 and a tight 4.
We're
Okay.
gonna do it the Pete way. That's what I do.
And that's the way I adjust mine.
Loose 3, tight
A
4.
tight 4. That's 3/1000ths and a 4/1000ths.
Okay. Feeler gauge.
And if it's loose and tight, I'm good right here with the adjustment.
Let's see.
That's a loose 3.
Loose 3.
That's a 4.
That right there ain't bad.
Ain't bad.
Ain't bad.
Hey, we got one.
Ain't bad.
I wouldn't mess with that.
I wouldn't either. Now, I think all the pressure's off of that one. Make sure all the pressure, what you're doing, you got to take all the pressure off this.
Yeah, you
So
wait
just
for
before it starts coming back down again.
you wait for it to open, and then as it closes, that's the way I like to do it too. So watch.
All right.
See, it's opening.
Right.
Now it's going back.
All right, now you're good right there.
Okay. Loose 3, tight 4.
This was,
Loose
Remember that.
3/1000ths
This one's-
and a
this
tight
one-
4/1000. That one there's tight.
that one's tight.
We're going to have to loosen it up and
Let's see.
3 won't even go in there.
Oh, it's
All right.
tight on 3, so that's bad.
now you loosen this nut and back that screw out a frog hair, just a little bit.
Okay. I like a frog's hair. That's
Frog
good.
hair.
That's good.
Frog hair.
That's a saying that we don't use enough, Pete. Frog hair.
There you go.
Ooh, that's tight.
Tight.
Dang.
Now, when you get that, see, I can work on the clutch. He can work on the oil pump. I think it'd be two things done at one time.
Good deal.
That's tight.
There you go.
Loose 3, tight 4.
That's the way I do it.
I'm learning.
Here, try this.
Still ain't got much there.
Okay.
Now let's see, that ought to give you. You might get it, but run it in there and see if you can get it in there now.
Nope.
I thought it was too tight. You'd have burned a valve there.
So the trick, Pete, is to put oil on this? You oil up the gasket first a little bit?
Put a little life in it, he'd call it.
I see.
All right, now look.
Put a little life into it. Then after you put a little bit of oil on the gasket to give it back the life, you seat it and you put all the threads through, right? So this is what Wally's put together for me.
That's wonderful.
Right? But let me show you what the bike came with originally. I want to get your gut instinct on it, okay? How do you feel about this fine thing
Oh my
here?
Lord, have mercy.
How do you like this patient?
This is
Have you ever seen anything like this
that.
before?
The idea of this right here is a whole lot smaller, in my opinion. That hole
Right,
versus that hole.
right. So that it's a bit of a bottleneck.
Yeah.
I don't think Pete likes it. This does not get Pete approved.
Nuts got to go on first. Then you got to put your two O-rings on after the nut goes up on there.
Oh wow, little itty O-rings.
I think we should put the lines on first,
Okay.
because then we can bend the lines once they're
Bend the
on.
lines, get them up out of the way.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. All right, I got it started.
Nice.
Got it started.
I believe so. 7/16 wrench. You gotta keep everything loose to start.
I got this side.
Okay.
I was gonna get this side, let you get that side.
Okay. They're a pain to put on because you gotta bend them, and they're just a lot of a pain in the butt. You gotta prime with screwdrivers, and like I said, it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, these we're gonna torque these bolts too. They get torqued. We're gonna torque them to like 5.
okay.
The proper ways to torque them.
Fiddly stuff.
You may have to tweak this, one of these, later on down the road of life. If it weeps a little oil,
Okay.
you go ahead.
This one's always a pain. This side, because you got
Double tension on both sides, right?
yeah.
When you rebuilding the lines, if you don't get that tubing just so, you ain't never gonna get that one started.
I see.
Are you started?
Yes, sir. How you doing on your side, Pete? Need some help?
I got the front one started, but the back one's not started. All right, help me right here. take a little pressure off right here and let me get it, push it to me. I'm bent up in the air. I need to bend down. That's looking better. There you go. Get more parallel down. Try to tighten it right there. Put your
ratchet.
Yeah. It's not gonna be good.
I think if we put a screwdriver in that and cock that a little bit,